Think you remember the 80s and 90s? Let's find out. You'll face 50 classic trivia questions with just 6 seconds to answer each one. Keep track of your score and comment your final score at the end. Ready? Let's get started. Which famous coffee shop was the main meeting place in the TV show Friends? Central Perk? That's right. Which drag performer became a worldwide fashion and entertainment icon in the 1990s? RuPaul. Correct. Which song by Simple Minds became famous from the movie The Breakfast Club? Don't You Forget About Me. Which sitcom introduced the character Steve Urkel? Family Matters. You got it! Which Michael Jackson album became the best-selling album ever? Thriller. Excellent! Which boxer became the oldest heavyweight champion at age 45? George Foreman. That's correct. What message appeared before many VHS movies started in the USA? FBI. Warning. Which game show used a giant tic-tac-toe style board with celebrities? Hollywood Squares. Great! Which sitcom featured Al Bundy as the main character? Married with Children. Correct! Which song, originally by Dolly Parton, became famous through Whitney Houston? I Will Always Love You. Amazing! Which computer operating system was most popular during the 1990s? Microsoft Windows. That's right! How old was Doogie Howser when his TV series started? "16 years old." Correct! Which cartoon featured the funny duo Ren and Stimpy? Ren and Stimpy. What device was commonly used to record songs from the radio? Cassette tape. Great job! Which 90s drama featured Brandon Walsh and Dylan McKay? Beverly Hills 90210. Which girl group became famous with the hit song Wannabe? Spice Girls. Awesome! Which TV police drama starred a young Johnny Depp? "21 Jump Street." Correct! Who played Tim Taylor in Home Improvement? Tim Allen. You got it! Which music channel was famous for non-stop music videos? MTV. Well done! Which Dukes of Hazzard character was famous for her short shorts? Daisy Duke, that's right. Which boots became a famous 90s fashion trend? Doc Martens, excellent. Which Sony gaming console launched in 1994? PlayStation, correct. Who acted with Nick Nolte in the movie 48 Hours? Eddie Murphy. Which director created Scream and A Nightmare on Elm Street? Wes Craven, great! Which talk show became known for dramatic fights? The Jerry Springer Show. Who started hosting Wheel of Fortune in 1983? Pat Sajak, you got it! Which dance move made Michael Jackson famous during Billie Jean? The moonwalk, awesome! What was Inspector Gadget's niece named? Penny, that's right! Which sitcom featured Tony Micheli and Angela? Who's the Boss? Correct! In what year was New Coke released? (1985). Great job! Which skateboarder became famous worldwide in the 80s and 90s? Tony Hawk, excellent! Who created parody songs like My Bologna? Weird Al Yankovic. Who played Michael Knight in Knight Rider? David Hasselhoff. Nice! Which show featured the teacher Mr. Feeney? Boy Meets World. You got it! In which Florida city did the Golden Girls live? Miami, Florida. Great! Who played Uncle Buck in the famous movie? John Candy. That's right! Who is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Anthony Kiedis. Correct! Which band performed the song We Built This City? Starship. Nice job! What famous car was used for time travel in Back to the Future? DeLorean. Excellent! Which horror movie included the phrase, "They're here"? Poltergeist. That's it! Which twin sisters became famous from Full House? Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Which internet browser competed with Internet Explorer? Netscape Navigator. Which movie shows a child becoming an adult overnight? Big. Awesome. Which 80s TV show focused on students at a school? The Facts of Life. What frozen snack came in a long plastic tube? Otter Pops. That's right. Which toy series featured funny trash-themed characters? Garbage Pail Kids. Correct. Which band released the famous song Karma Chameleon? Culture Club. Great job! In how many John Hughes movies did Molly Ringwald appear? Three. Nice! What are the names of Scrooge McDuck's nephews? Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Which TV series featured James Franco, Seth Rogen, and Jason Segel? Freaks and Geeks. You got it! Thanks for playing. So, what was your score? Comment below and check out one of these videos next. See you there!